several things. I said, yes, sir. If you like me up, he said, I will back you up, brother. You go. He said, I will back you up. So he has been doing that for 40 years. I have been many close, what you call close calls. Somebody after your life. I have put in that many times. I'm still living. There are a class here called, two classes called FOI and MGT and GCC. The FOI is brothers that you see wearing the initial on the headpieces, which also reference that preacher. Lips are kind of teeth. Oh, praise history. And I want you to read it. Well, we don't want to be like that preacher. You know, the preacher had been coming, listen, trying to teach and get his audience to listen to him. But every time he would get there, they would start talking about the party they had on Saturday night. So the old preacher got tired of that. So he studied up a way to get their attention. So he put his 45 in his pocket, and he'd taken his Bible, and he put a more whiskey in his Bible case. So he got up before the people, he put the Bible down to his left. And he put a 45 over to his right. Then he looked over the people and he says, brothers and sisters, my text is today, some of these things will move you. Tools to use. I have to make it out with one book up here. We're going back to our subject. What I'm leading you up to is the theology of the time. And as it was written, in which you didn't understand. Now, if I happen to get a little too weak, you know, I just give it to her. I didn't eat no breakfast this morning. You know, the preachers mostly eat a little piece of fried chicken when they go out to work. Well, that does strengthen you up a little, but we ministers of Islam, does not do that. We don't take on physical food first. It hinders us from getting this spiritual food. So what we are teaching here to bring your mind and our attention to the time. What must be done in such time? This is what we're trying to get your attention on. It is the time. And what is time? Time is motion. We can't make time without a motion. Whenever we make a motion, it is registering time. This is the way the universe is made. There was no such thing as time before the creation of God. The whole universe, we call it now, it was not a universe. It was just a darkened, unlimited of space. Darkness is still the limit of space. If we could get out of the light of stars, we will find ourselves again into total darkness. But I don't think you'll be smart enough to do that. You're just not going to get out of the light of the sun and stars. To get out of the sunlight into starlight, you will have to go a long way. It takes care of what astronomers call a family. The sun does. The sunlight does not go all over the universe. That's why you have stars. Stars picks it up and keep the darkness lighted up throughout the universe. They are like the sun, like ours, and they're nothing but balls of fire. Don't look and wonder what kind of life live on a star. None at all. It's a ball of fire. There is no light in all of this great space extending beyond 4,600,000,000 miles. We have the last planet in the sunlight. Some people call it Pluto. And that's pretty good, according to those people who found it. They give it meaning after themselves. A lot of sometimes is called by the name of someone else. The astronomer who discovered it. But I'm going to talk on you of that first man that discovered these things, who made them. There is no such work as going into some great shop, carving out a planet to see what it looked like on paper. The gods didn't do that. They just wheeled the planet in your ears. That's pretty smart, isn't it? To be unbothered doing that. We are practically to the time. And what God has revealed to me, it ask questions, think well of how you perform the question. You're not after Elijah Muhammad. Just remember, you want to question what God has told Elijah. And if you are around and find that Elijah is lying, you are saying God has lied. And I will give you $10,000 for the captain's vespa. The main thing about this meeting and teachings, it is unity. We have been so divided against each other for the last 400 years that we want to unite. We look alike. You don't look like you're more whiter than I. And I know we can unite if you like. You know, I was sitting down this morning reading about the Indians talk over Oklahoma. They claim that's the first state indirectly in this little booklet that I was reading, that they're going to take over. You know, the Red Indians have been mad ever since that the white man came across the Atlantic and taken over his country. So he has been crazily angry ever since. We have been here and have been made so kind and done that we're not angry. We're satisfied. We don't want no other place. Suppose I will give you this place, and he will see how you act. You will know all the country. That's nothing hard for you to do. Your fathers once ruled the whole world. And so for you to get back, ruling, you just getting back in the chair that you belong in. I know one thing, the officers have done a very good job of seating you. I know now I'm talking to those that I didn't talk to last week, last year. I'm talking to new people. I call them, or we call them new, because they never heard what we have heard. This is a very small group of people that has never heard the truth. You never have heard the truth as long as you was by that cross there, or under that cross, glorifying to be the way to the glory of God. You glorify God to be the absolutely right way to Jesus, you say, and God. I want you to know this, and I guess I bring this up a fight now. You don't have Jesus to go with you today. I want you to know that. You can tangle with me and all of me, and I will prove to you. There is no such thing as the Jesus that they crucified 2,000 years is only seen. There's no such thing.
He says in the Bible, I go away. Right? But nevertheless, the Father will send one. Who is going? And say, he's still in the way. Whether you're blind, deaf, and dumb. The Bible telling you, he said, he was gone away, meaning that he was going to die. Not going to some heaven to sit down and listen at you for 2,000 years. Yes, sometimes I'm very sorry to fight. So you ask me to find me like that today. I'm ready to fight. It makes me and you right away to the knowledge of what's going on. So angry with this blue-eyed devil for blinding you, making you to hate me. Now I'm loving you. He makes you to hate because you love what he did. God and myself give it to you. But my God and myself today, as I made the joke in front, we have something that is going to ruin you. Let me come before you with the universe on over here, hope without hell. This means that we come to read. That's what it means. Nothing else. You can't produce an argument against us that you could win with. It is not for you to know as yet what to argue on that could condemn what I am teaching you. You can't think. You can't think the question to ask me. But I cannot answer. I want you to hear me all right. I don't want to lose a word. I want you to hear me. Because you don't have next year and you have the next to come out here and hear this. You've got to make up your mind today. Things of the world is going on now. It is not to come, it's in the makings now. As the radio, I'm sure you have one, TVs, they're teaching you that this world's time is now going out. They tell you that. The fight over and Vietnam is not a fight of yours. It is not a fight of mine. It is not the people that my God sent out to try to save the Vietnam people, nor the white Americans who is fighting them. We have nothing to do with that. And I will tell anyone, regardless to who he is, regardless to how wise he is, I will tell him, you're not wise enough yet to tell me to go to Vietnam to fight. When I'm kind of sort of wanting to go after you today, I'm ready for you. For the last couple of Sundays ago, I was a little weak. I suffer with some of these devil complaints and diseases. Well, I don't know whether it's actually use disease or not. But however, I must fulfill that which is written of me. And all of their afflictions he was afflicted. But the pleasure of the Lord will prosper with him. And it is not prospering with me to get to you, to save you from the destruction of the world of the devil. Then maybe God don't want you. But if you are listening and you believe what is said, and want to follow in what is said, the teachings of yourself, making you to know yourself and to know the devil and God. I bring these two great gods before you and make you acquainted with both of them. It is up to you to choose whom you will serve. Elijah is not here to force you to accept what he's teaching. It's just his duty that God sent him here with, that he must tell you. Now remember, that's all, and I'm not going to try and force you. I'm not going to spend time arguing with you. I was not raised up among you to argue with you, just to tell you, when you believe it or let it alone. I would like to say to you, that I think Mr. Tibet, who was the president of this church, it was called church when it was under their authority. That is their religion. That wherever they hold that meeting, it's called a church. What make you hungry today? Keep you here for a long time. We must know the truth today, like Jesus prophesied, that the truth will make you free. You don't have to look up nothing else to free you the truth. Why did Jesus prophesy that? Because the truth is on your side. You are the truth man.
I'm here to contend with the world, not you. Not you alone, but the world. I'm not boasting. I'm just trying to get acquainted with you. That's all. That the scripture is fulfilled. It teaches you and I that he would raise up one from among the dead and teach that one to teach the other dead. But he will that we should know. Well, this is him standing up here. I'm not boasting, I'm not trying to be independent in the way of a boast or powers. I'm only trying to make myself acquainted with you. That I'm your brother and the best brother you are. Because this is why up here before you I told God when he was looking for one of us to do his job. I said to him, tighten up and I will do it. He looked at me and smiled and said, brother, are you with me to put our people on top of civilization? I said, yes, sir. If you like me up.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
In the most holy name of Allah, who came to us, the black man and the black woman here in the hills of North America, in the divine person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and the one God to whom all holy praise is due forever, the Lord of all the worlds. We forever thank him for his coming and for his raising up in our midst a divine leader, a divine teacher, and a divine guide in the personage of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and the greatest messenger of Allah. So it is in their two great names that I would like to greet you. Once again, my beloved black brothers and sisters, in the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, which is indeed the original language of the original black man. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. For those of you, and there should always be at least a few, who are unfamiliar with the greeting words of Assalamu alaikum, they simply mean, when they are translated from the black man's language of Arabic into the white man's language of English, peace be unto you. And as we explain every Sunday afternoon, if you who are Christians, I don't know if you noticed that I've been going after the Christians. I don't know why I'm going after the Christians. But I've been going after the Christians because that's who we are supposed to be going after. We're not supposed to be going after other Muslims. We're not supposed to be going after all these other people who think they know. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
We are supposed to be going after our black brother and our black sister who is in the grave. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
We're going after our brother and sister who is in the grave. We are living in the time of the resurrection of the dead. Where are the dead? In the grave, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
The point that I am making to you is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that this book, the Bible, is the graveyard of our people, right or wrong? And he teaches us that the church is the slave house, right or wrong? He said whether you find it in Africa or here in America, the church is the slave house. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Under the leadership of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we had several nicknames for the black Christian preacher. We called the black Christian preacher the ice maker. How many of you knew that? We called him the ice maker because we called the church the ice house. Why? Because that Christian religion freezes your mind. Are you listening to me? We called the black Christian preacher the undertaker. Because the Bible is the graveyard of our people, and the black Christian preacher preaches the white man's religion to his black congregation. And by doing so, he strikes them a blow to their head, mason or shriner, and he renders them dead. So we call the preacher the undertaker. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So I think that if we are going to go about the business of raising the dead, that we should probably go to the graveyard, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go to the graveyard. We're going to go to the graveyard called the Holy Bible. And we're going to open it to, because we're digging up some dead folks. We're going to raise them back to life. We're going to go to chapter 43. Then we're going to go to verse 23. And he said, who is the he? The he is the prophet Joseph. And he said, talking to his brothers now, and he said, peace be to you. What language is that? That's English. He said, peace be to you. But Joseph didn't speak English, right or wrong?
That's right.
Whose language is the English language? Is it the black man's language?
No, sir.
We somehow think it is our language. Talk black to me. You got 50 plus million black people in America. Now we're talking about the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we dead? In our head. But we think we're all right. See, that's the problem. When you're dead in the head, you think you're all right, but you toe up from the floor up. But can't nobody tell you nothing. Because you're too dead in the head to accept correction. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
50 plus million black people walking around in America with the names of white people.
Come on.
And you don't think nothing's wrong with that. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
My first name, meaning my given name, is Eric, and I have kept the name Eric because I have no right to change it on my own. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
But I don't want the name Eric. Why should I be a black man and be called Eric? What the hell is Eric? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I wrote a letter to Master Farad Muhammad asking for my original name. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And that's what I'm waiting for, my original name. We don't just take names just for the sake of taking names. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
The messenger himself said, I could name you. What did I say the messenger just said, Brother Kevin? I could name you. And if I remember correctly, he said that Allah would accept the name that he gave you. He said, but I don't don't want him to find me doing his job. Y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry for laughing, but when I said, are y'all listening? I know we ain't listening. The messenger said he could names, but he didn't want Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, to find him doing his job. So what in the world do we look like choosing names for ourselves? If the messenger said he could choose a name for you, but he didn't want Master Farad Muhammad to find him doing the job of choosing names for you, then why are you choosing names for yourself? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Could it be that you really don't believe everything the messenger said? Uh-oh. Let me stop. 50 million plus people walking around with names like John. 50 million people walking around with names like Susan and Barbara and Kevin. Right or wrong?
Right. That's right.
50 plus million black people from so-called Africa living in America, not by choice. We think we're living in America by choice. Millions of black people brought to America in the bottom of slave ships.
That's right.
And now, centuries later, we think we're here by choice. Dead in the head. And we are wearing the names not of our own people in quote unquote Africa where we come from, but we are wearing the names of a people from Europe who brought us here. And we think nothing is wrong with that. And here's the thing. What makes us think nothing's wrong with that? The graveyard of our people and the religion that is taught from it. It's the Christian religion. Many of us don't realize that the European names that we wear are Christian names, quote unquote. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The white man didn't just consider his names white names or European names. He considered them and referred to them as Christian names. So he would ask the question, what is your Christian name? Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So Eric, Kevin, John, Samuel, Joseph, these are Christian names. But the white man no longer refers to them as Christian names because the white man has drifted further away from that very, very religious, quote unquote, swag that the white man used to have. The white man used to wear his Christianity on his sleeve. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So English is the white man's language. And we speak the white man's language. We consider the white man's language of English to be our native tongue. When a black man or a black woman from Africa doesn't speak English, we look at them like they're strange. Right or wrong?
Right.
Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
But a black man or black woman from Africa who is at least halfway in their right mind, when they look at us and we can't speak their language, they look at us as strange.
Yeah, facts.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
We look at our people from Africa as strange and have no concept in our mind that they look at us as strange. We think we're normal, they're strange. Because we have normal names, they have strange names, African names. We speak a normal language, English. They have a strange language, African. What the hell is African? There's no such language as African. Talk black to me.
Correct.
You know how many languages there are in Africa? How many dialects there are in Africa? You got these silly brothers and sisters who want to compete with the Nation of Islam talking about African culture. What the hell is African culture? Do you know how many cultures there are in Africa? Stop playing. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent. There are between 50 and 60 different countries in Africa. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. English, white man's language, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was Joseph a white man?
No, sir.
We know Joseph wasn't a white man. How do we know Joseph wasn't a white man? Because Joseph wasn't a European. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Joseph was not a European. Joseph didn't speak English. So we know Joseph didn't say, peace be unto or you. So what did Joseph actually say? We've been taught by the white man that Joseph spoke Hebrew, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, how do you say, peace be to you in Hebrew? Assalamu alaikum. Doesn't that sound like assalamu alaikum?
Yes, sir.
So, Joseph actually said to his brothers, Assalamu alaikum. Not peace be to you. He couldn't have said that. He didn't speak that language. Guess who else didn't speak that language at the time of Joseph? The white man. The white man did not speak English thousands of years ago. English is a relatively new language. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
English is a language that if you trace its roots, they go no further back than Greece. How many of you heard what I just said? The white man's language does not go any further back than Greece. You look up a word in the dictionary and it'll tell you it comes from the Middle English word so-and-so, which is from the Old English word so-and-so. And that word comes from the Latin word so-and-so. And that Latin word comes from the ancient Greek word so-and-so. And that's where it stops.
Yes, sir. Right, exactly.
Are y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
That's where it stops. Because the white man's history, technically it begins with Moses, but in all earnestness, the white man's history begins with Greece. So he always talks about a Greco-Roman heritage, a Judeo-Christian heritage. Now, when he says Judeo-Christian, he takes you to Moses. The Judeo, he takes you to Moses, right?
Yes, sir.
And he adds the Christian to it because in his Bible, he says that the Christian is a grafted olive branch, not natural to the tree, but grafted onto the tree of Judaism. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Sound like a trick to me.
A lot of us miss what I just said.
Sound like a trick.
The Christian religion, according to the white man that preaches it, is analogous to an olive branch that is not of the olive tree, but grafted onto the olive tree that it's not really from. And the olive tree that it's grafted onto that it's not really from is the Jewish religion. So as a Christian, you are a grafted religious adherent to the Jewish religion. Your Christian religion is a grafted religion that that is attached to the Jewish religion. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
This is why your Christian Bible teaches you that salvation is of the Jew. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Your Jesus is said in your Bible to be the king of the Jews. You're a Christian. How's your man the king of the Jews? If he's the king of the Jews, how's he your king? Talk back to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
In the Bible, he's referred to as rabbi, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Not pastor. Rabbi. Where did he teach? There were no churches when Jesus taught. Where did he teach? In the synagogues, in the highways, in the byways. But when he taught in any house of worship, it was the synagogue. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
All right now. So Joseph, if the white man is correct, and he spoke Hebrew, he said, Shalom Aleichem. Okay, well, you don't follow Joseph as a Christian. You follow Jesus, so you say. He's your personal Lord and Savior. Talk back to me, man. Okay, well, wait a minute now. Let's go and dig a little deeper into this grave. Well, how do you dig deeper in the grave? By turning the page. We're going to turn the page to St. Luke. And we're going to go to chapter 24. And we're going to go to verse 36. And we're going to find out what Jesus said. And as they thus spake, Jesus himself, who are we talking about?
Jesus.
Jesus himself stood in the midst of them and saith unto them, peace be unto you. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Now, thousands of years before Jesus, Joseph is giving that exact same greeting. Right?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't it make sense that Joseph and Jesus, though separated by thousands of years, would have the same way to greet if they believe in the same God? If they're practicing the same religion? Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
All right. But the white man said Jesus spoke Aramaic. Well, how do you say, peace be unto you in Aramaic? Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Right or wrong? You're getting closer to Arabic, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Talk black.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Jesus didn't speak English, we know this, because the white man didn't speak English then. English is a new language. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You don't have a language in England before Germanic tribes migrate into England and begin civilization. Germanic tribes. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Jesus actually said, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's dig deeper into the grave. We're going to go to St. John. We're going to go to chapter 19. No, chapter 20. We're going to go to verse 19. Then the same day at evening, being the first day of the week, when the doors were shut where the disciples were assembled for fear of the Jews, came Jesus and stood in the midst. Yeah, that's right, Brother Gerard.
Shut the door because they feared the
Shut the doors. They were scared of the Jews.
Ooh, teeth.
Jesus came and stood in the midst and saith unto them, peace be unto you.
Go ahead.
Meaning, assalamu alaikum. All right. Verse 20. And when he had so said, he shewed unto them, meaning he showed them, his hands and his side. This is obviously talking about after he's supposedly raised from the dead.
Right.
Then were the disciples glad when they saw the Lord. Okay. Then said Jesus to them again. He's repeating himself. Peace be unto you. As my Father hath sent me, even so I send you. Y'all listening to me? That's verse 21.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Teach. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have Joseph in the Old Testament, Assalamu alaikum. We have Jesus in the New Testament, Assalamu alaikum. Then we go to the Holy Quran. We out the graveyard now.
Come on.
We digging you out now. We got a Holy Quran and we digging you out the grave. And Muhammad, peace be upon him, he greets in Arabic. Assalamu alaikum. But the English translation in this Maulana Muhammad Ali Quran, you open it up, you have the Arabic, the original Arabic. The original Arabic. I don't know if, see, this interests me, but I don't know if it interests you. But I'm going to teach it anyway. This, right here, this is the exact same Holy Quran from 1400 years ago.
Go ahead.
If you say the hell with this, what's on the left side of the page, and just go with what's on the right side of each page, you will be reading the same Holy Quran that Muslims read 1400 years ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can't say that of the Bible.
That's right.
There is no Bible in 2026 that's the same as when any prophet received any scripture.
Go ahead.
It's been mixed. It's been diluted. It's been tampered with. It's been stepped on.
Yes, sir.
For my drug boys. It's been stepped on. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Bible is mostly oregano. Ain't hardly no weed. And it's full of damn seeds. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It ain't even that mid, shawty.
Go ahead.
It's that brown. It ain't no top shelf. It's bottom shelf.
Yes, sir.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
It ain't even pretendo.
Yes, sir.
You can't get this in a dispensary.
Come on.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
But this right here,
Yes, sir.
in this Holy Quran on the right side of the page is that good.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Yes,
sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Top shelf. It's the same Holy Quran from 1400 years ago. But on the left side of the page, you get the English translation of the Arabic words that are on the right side of the page.
Yes, sir.
You know, in Arabic, you read from right to left.
Come on.
In this English, you start right here and you start reading over this way. But in Arabic, you start over here and you start reading this way.
Yes, sir.
Talk black to me.
Sir.
All right.
Yeah.
So on this side of the page, where you can read, you have the English translation of what's on the right side of the page. So I look at the right side of the page, and because I'm a black nigga in white America, I can't read none of this. Well, 99.9% I can't read. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
But I can take this Quran and I can go on the right side of the page and I can look, and 99% of the time I'm not going to know what the hell I'm reading except for one word.
Come on.
Allah.
That's right.
My word is bond to Master Farad Muhammad. I have the book open to chapter 11 and I looked at verse 92.
Come on.
As I was trying to explain to you that I can only recognize one word, right?
Yes, sir.
So I looked at the Arabic on the right-hand side and I recognized Allah right here. I said, that looked like Allah right there. So then I looked over to the left and I see Allah. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So all throughout this Quran, I can keep reading and I won't know what the hell I'm looking at except for when I see Allah. That I'll recognize. Y'all listen.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
So I can look on this side of the Quran and keep reading, and I'll never know Assalamu alaikum. I have no idea what Assalamu alaikum looks like.
Come on.
But when I look to the left side of the page, there are verses that say, peace be unto you, right?
Yes, sir.
So I know that these strange symbols that are only strange because I'm strange. I'm strange because I'm a black man that doesn't speak Arabic.
Go ahead.
You are strange because you're a black man or a black woman that doesn't speak Arabic.
Go ahead. Teach.
But you think it's normal to be black and not be able to speak Arabic.
That's right.
You think it's normal to be black and be able to speak English. I'm strange. Y'all listen.
Yes, sir.
Because I can speak English.
Go ahead.
I'm not supposed to be speaking English. I'm supposed to be speaking Arabic.
That's right.
I'm not supposed to be practicing no Christianity. I'm supposed to be practicing Islam.
That's right.
I'm not supposed to be worshiping a Christian or Jewish God. I'm supposed to be worshiping Allah.
Go ahead.
Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not supposed to be living in America. I'm supposed to be living in a nation of Islam.
Go ahead.
Whatever the nation is. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Y'all listen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the Muslim greets, and we say Assalamu alaikum. It means peace be unto you. The Muslim who is given that greeting responds by saying wa alaikum salam. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Say wa alaikum
Wa alaikum
salam.
salam.
Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam.
There you go. That's the exchange of greeting. One says, peace be unto you, and the other means peace be back unto you, or back at you. Likewise. Get up. Is this too basic? I hope it is. I literally hope it is too basic. We want science. Muslims want me to talk about doing for self. Unity. Hell no. We're going to deal with simple basics and fundamentals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
Because we are after a people who need the simple basics and the fundamentals. It is a shame in 2026 that you're still talking that Jesus talk. I didn't say it is a shame in 2026 that you are talking Jesus talk. I said that you're talking that Jesus talk.
Make it plain.
See, now I'm stepping into my Gerard X shoes.
Mm.
Words have meaning.
Go ahead.
Words are important.
Yes, sir.
You must listen to what is being said and how it's being said. I didn't say it's a shame to talk Jesus talk. I talk Jesus talk.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't I talk Jesus talk? You consider Jesus to be your man. But as a Muslim, I consider Jesus to be my man.
Come on.
I don't believe Jesus taught Christianity. You believe it. I believe Jesus taught Islam. I believe Jesus Jesus worshiped Allah. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe Jesus was a white Jew that God revealed the new religion of Christianity to. I believe Jesus was a black Muslim who taught the same religion as all the other black Muslim prophets before him. The religion of the black man, Islam.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Who is the original man?
Black man.
The black man. And what is the black man's religion? Islam. For as long as we have been black, we have been Muslims. For as long as we have been black, we have worshipped Allah. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Many of us over the course of history have gone astray from Islam and worshipped other gods besides Allah.
Go ahead.
But there has always been at least a few. Y'all heard that before,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
There has always been at least a few of us who stayed the course,
Speak, Father.
who held the line,
Go ahead.
and continued to worship no God but Allah and to practice the one true religion of God, Islam. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And when the rest of us got crazy enough, we would always have one from among us to deliver the message of the right religion for us to the rest of us, giving them the opportunity to make an intelligent decision to come back to their original religion or to remain in error.
Yes, sir.
Making sense?
Much sense.
So even when you find the black man practicing what some of you knuckleheads think is our original spiritual system, you call it African spirituality. Even when you find the black man practicing anything other than Islam, you will find a black man somewhere teaching Islam, attempting to recruit the blacks who are not in Islam to come back to Islam. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So here in white America, you have millions of us, tens of millions of us talking about hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Praise the Lord. And we in the church, right or wrong.
Right.
But then you have us making these videos on Sunday. And we're trying to get you to come back to your true religion, which is the religion of Islam. So don't tell me black folks' religion is not Islam because you ain't in it. Black folks' religion is Islam, and the proof is I'm black, I'm in it, and I'm calling you back to it.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If Islam wasn't our true religion, I wouldn't be a Muslim.
Come on.
I wasn't born in the religion of Islam. Did you hear the words I just said?
Yes, sir.
Notice I didn't say I wasn't born Muslim, because I was.
We all are. Yes, sir.
See, this is what the Orthodox Muslim needs to understand, especially the light, the bright, the damn near, and also white Muslim. This is what you Muslims all over the world need to understand. And see, I'm a belligerent nigga. I'm very happy for you Muslims that don't like me. My word is bond to Master Farad Muhammad. I'm very happy that there are not other ministers of the messenger like me. My word is bond to Allah. I'm happy about that. I don't want to be like me. Anybody hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I, on my mother's grave, on my daughter's life, I don't want to be like me. So let me give you a very important message of the Muslims, especially messenger niggas. Let me give you this message very clear. I don't give a damn about your complaints about me. I am going to ignore the hell out of you and keep being just like I am. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
I don't need you telling me nothing about me. I myself was not raised by the members of my family to be like me. You don't know nothing about my upbringing. I wasn't raised to be using the language I be using. I had a good family. And I had good upbringing. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
But I've been shaped by my environment. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm a belligerent nigga because I'm sick and I'm tired of the way black life is in white America. I'm almost equally sick and tired of what black life is around the world. You go to every society, whether it's a Muslim society, a Christian society, a Jewish society, or some other religious society. You go to any society, whether it's a communist society, I don't know how many people are communists anymore. Whether it's a communist society, a socialist society, a capitalist society, whatever the society is, everybody that's not black think they better than black.
Yep. Yes, sir.
See, I'm tired of that. And I don't particularly give a damn how moral it may not be for me to be as belligerent as I can be. See, knowing how you feel about black makes me want to do something to you. Straight up. Knowing how you feel about black makes me want to do something to you. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to take no high road. I want to do something to you. Because the black man has been stepped on like some coke or some dope. The black man has been stepped on for so many centuries, it's ridiculous. And after all the centuries of stepping on the black man, those who love to lift the bottom of their shoe and see some niggas on it are hell-bent on continuing to step on niggas. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. What the hell is wrong with everybody? Why do you feel that I should accept your racist hate and evil mistreatment of the black man and woman just because we're black and be moral high ground about it? Are you stupid? Everybody thinks we don't have no damn feelings, brother.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that the way we are viewed, the way we are treated, the lives that we live, we should be okay with that. So a 14-year-old boy killed by a no good bastard, what was he, a Korean or something?
Yep.
A no good bastard Korean, shot to death.
In the back.
In the back, a 14-year-old boy. And what did the anti-black racist society do with this damn beast? Let him off. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Why? Well, he black. The life of a 14-year-old black boy ain't the same in value as a 14-year-old white boy.
That's right.
It's not the same thing with respect to value as a 14-year-old Korean.
That's right.
Talk black to me.
That's right.
The life of a 14-year-old black boy means nothing. You can kill him, and it's all right. You can shoot him in the back while he's running away. I do armed security.
Come on.
In order to get the license to do armed security, you have to have 16 hours of classroom training. No, 24 hours. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
16 hours of actual gun training. 24 hours of classroom training. And part of that classroom training is you have to study and be tested on what is or is not a good shoot. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Use of deadly force.
Come on.
When the use of deadly force is justified and when it's not justified. But there's a part of the course that's never mentioned in the 24 hours of classroom time. That the use of deadly force is justified as long as the nigga black.
Oh.
See, they're not going to put that in the book. But it's understood. You kill a nigga, it's justified. It's a good shoot. If you shoot him in the front, it's a good shoot. If you shoot him in the side, it's a good shoot. If you shoot him in the top, it's a good shoot. If you shoot him in the bottom, it's a good shoot. If you shoot him in the back, it's a good shoot. How do I know? Because this training teaches you that the use of deadly force is not justified once the threat no longer remains.
Correct. Wow. Correct.
You're not supposed to shoot a fleeing suspect
Come on.
because a fleeing suspect is not a threat.
That's right.
But Rayshard Brooks was fleeing police.
Go ahead.
And Garrett Rowe shot Rayshard Brooks in the back.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
How many blacks have been shot in the back?
Lord.
And the white man justified it. After teaching you in a classroom that a fleeing suspect is not a deadly threat, that's not a good shoot. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So they came up with their normal excuse. Well, he had a gun. What part of having a gun, what part of using a gun involves running away? What part of trying to kill somebody with a gun, trying to threaten someone with deadly force with a weapon, what part of that threat involves you running away? Right or wrong?
That's right.
If you want to shoot somebody, don't you want to close
Yes, sir.
the distance between you and that person? Aren't your bullets going to be more accurate the closer you are to the target?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what the hell are you running away from what you're trying to shoot if you really want to hit it?
Exactly.
Right or wrong?
Right. That's right.
If you're running away, is your intent to do harm to who you're running away from?
No, sir.
Your intent is clearly to get away. Right or wrong?
That's
That's
right.
right.
So they say they found a gun next to his body. So evidently he was a threat, though he was running away. The bullet entered his back. Are there any reports of the gun being fired?
No, sir.
Does the autopsy say there was any GSR, gunshot residue on his hands?
No, sir.
Talk black to me. Is there an autopsy report that indicates that when he was shot in the back, he was turning, trying to fire the weapon?
No, sir.
If there is, I know nothing about it.
No, sir.
But the bottom line is, if you have a weapon, whether the person that you are chasing has a weapon or not, listen to what I'm saying to you. If they're trying to get away, the threat is over with. Just let them get away. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, again, I do armed security. So part of that 24 hours of classroom training is that as a security officer, you have no more powers than an ordinary citizen. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
As a security officer, you can't make arrests. You're just a citizen. Well, yeah, you can make a citizen's arrest. Shut up. The typical average person talking that citizen's arrest stuff is going to end up with a charge on them because you don't know the circumstances under which to make a citizen's arrest. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
9 out of 10 people who think they're going to make a citizen's arrest are going to end up with a charge because you are not going to be able to color within those very strict lines and make that citizen's arrest without facing charges yourself. Are y'all listening to me this afternoon?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we're taught in the class, you do not detain. You do not pursue. What do you not do?
Pursue.
What do you not do again?
Pursue.
You do not pursue. You observe and report. That's it. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And you leave the rest to the proper authorities. You observe as much as you can observe so that you can report as much as you can report to the proper authorities so that they can pursue, so that they can make the arrest, so that they can enforce the law. Now, if I have a white man badge on, a white man's uniform, and a white man's gun on my hip, with a white man's license to carry that gun on my hip, if I can't pursue, how the hell is a store owner? How in the hell is a store owner entitled by law to pursue a fleeing suspect with a weapon? Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And then fire the weapon at a 14-year-old boy, shoot him in the back, kill him. And here comes the white man's law. Was it in South Carolina? I think that was South Carolina. If you know the history of South Carolina as well as I do,
Yes.
it makes perfect sense. That South Carolina cracker is a special cracker. Georgia and South Carolina. Y'all think it's Alabama, Texas, all this other stuff. Georgia and South Carolina hate niggas so bad that the United States of America almost did not come into existence because Georgia and South Carolina didn't like just some language
That's right.
about niggas. What language did they not like? Language that suggested that niggas wasn't being treated right. Georgia and South Carolina said we will not ratify the Constitution. That's what I'm going to call it. You know, you had a constitutional Congress or something like that. I don't remember the proper words, but they got together to decide whether they were going to ratify becoming states of the Union. Georgia and South Carolina were the only two colonies that was like, nope, hell no. We ain't signing on to this.
Oh, yeah, they rather secede.
And the reason they weren't going to sign on to it to become two of the states that were forming the United States was because they didn't like how the language spoke about the mistreatment of blacks. You believe that? So yeah, I can believe this happened in South Carolina. So this 14-year-old boy, life gone. Here comes the white man's system of quote unquote justice, saying that this store owner had the right to trace this boy, shoot this boy, kill this boy, when I could go to South Carolina and apply for any job as a security officer with any security company licensed to operate in South Carolina, and I'm going to have to go through 3 days of 8 hours of training, and part of that training is going to tell me I can't do what that store owner did. But what difference does it make? He was black. And white folk want us to understand. See, there again, this is why I'm as belligerent as I am. White folks want us to understand that that's what our life is. Just accept it and go on with it. Hell no, cracker. I'm not going to just accept it and go on with it.
Right.
And all you niggas that want to accept it and go along with it, I'm going to be belligerent towards you too. Because if we could all unite on the side of resisting it, we would do what Jesus said in the Bible. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
But we don't resist the devil. We assist the devil. So I'm reading the newspaper article about the unjust verdict rendered in the case. Here comes your typical Negro aggrieved family response. Honor Cyrus's death in peace. Did you hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
Honor Cyrus's death in peace. See, I'm sick of you Christian niggas allowing people to kill your sons, kill your daughters, kill your mothers, kill your fathers, kill your brothers, kill your sisters, kill your friends, kill your loved ones, and here you come in the name of Jesus and that goddamn Christianity and that love of white folks, integration and civil rights garbage. Here you come with that peaceful, non-violent garbage. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to hear it. And I'm not going to be the one who's scared to condemn you because your son got killed and it's just politically incorrect and it's insensitive to talk against you when you lost your son. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad talked about you niggas. He said, you like the believers in the fire god Moloch, feeding your babies to the fire, giving up your babies. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So I'll be the one who's politically incorrect. I'm sick and tired of you aggrieved loved ones calling for peace and nonviolence when something happens to somebody that you love. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
What did I say words for, Brother Kevin, on form? Important, right?
Very important.
Okay. Did I say that you should call for violence?
No, sir.
Did I say that, Brother
No,
Lieutenant?
sir. No, sir.
I did not say one word about calling for violence. I didn't say a word about calling for anything, right or wrong.
Correct. That's correct.
Everything I said was about not calling for. I didn't say anything about calling for. My subject matter right now is about what not to call for, right or wrong.
That's right.
Do not call for peace and nonviolence. Stop it. You the white man's nigga. And your calls for peace and nonviolence are only going to keep the cycle of violence against you going.
That's right. Yep. Yep.
Right?
Right. Exactly. It's a condition.
Now, I didn't say call for violence. Now I'm going to add to the subject matter of what not to call for. The first thing you don't call for is peace and nonviolence. Now we're going to go to the next thing not to call for. Don't call for violence. Just shut the hell up. Don't call for nothing. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Where violence is concerned, that is. Call for what the Nation of Islam calls for. Call for unity and separation. Call for unity and separation. Call for the unity of 50 plus million black people in the hells of North America and for our separation from the whites of this nation and the establishment of an independent nation of our own. All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that our unity is more powerful than a nuclear weapon. He said if we would unite, we would not have to fire one shot. The great shot of our unity would do the job. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
That is what I advocate, YouTube or YouTube. That's what I advocate. Don't come to me with that white cracker BS about teaching hate and inciting violence. Let's talk about hate, cracker. Ecclesiastes. You gave me a Bible. I didn't want it. I didn't even know nothing about it. But you gave me a Bible. And you said, nigga, read the Bible. That was only after 300 years of you saying, niggas, I better not catch you reading. That was only after 300 years of saying, nigga, you 3/5 of a human being. I just lied. Because he didn't say we were 3/5 of a human being for 300 years. He's only said we were 3/5 of a human being for a little over 100 years. He said we wasn't human at all. Until there was an equal number of states in the north that had a different agenda than the equal number of states in the south. And because the north had more representation because they had a higher population, the south is like, well, wait a minute. It's more of them Yankees than us good old southern white folks. Them northerners. It's more them than us. So they have more representation in the houses of Congress, upper and lower, than we do, because representation is based on population.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo. That's another.
So the southern white man said, we are going to make the northern white man count our slaves as part of the population number that will give us representation in the houses of Congress. But we can't count our slaves as human beings, meaning one person, one person. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to make the white man of the North, if we got 5 niggas as our slaves, we're going to make them count 5 niggas as 3 crackers.
There you go.
Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Teach it. Teach it.
So it's 7 of y'all Northerners, 4 of us Southerners, but we got 5 niggas.
Go ahead.
So in order to keep you from having more representation in the government, because it's 7 of y'all, that's going to give y'all more representatives. We're going to make you count our 5 niggas as if they were 3 crackers. Now it's 7 of us, 7 of y'all. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
We got the same number of representatives now. We keeping it equal. Here's the problem. The 5 niggas have no representation at all.
Come on.
Even the 3 that the 5 niggas are counted for have no representation. It's not like you are giving 3 of the 5 niggas a vote or a say in anything. So you have created 3 imaginary crackers based on your 5 niggas.
Come on.
And now you can send the same amount of representatives to the upper and lower house of Congress.
See?
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Games people play
Yes.
night and day. It's the games white folk play.
Yep.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
It's just like teaching you can't pursue a fleeing suspect, you can't shoot him in the back, and then saying, well, there was a gun, he had a gun, he posed a threat, and he's not guilty. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
That's just another one of the games white people play. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
But let's get back to hate. You gave me a Bible, and for 300 years I wasn't a human being. I was chattel. Chattel is not 3/5 of humanity. Animals are chattel, right or wrong?
That's right.
Well, ain't no animal 3/5 of no human being.
No, sir.
Okay, so if your niggas were chattel, it's referred to as chattel slavery. Then we wasn't 3/5 of no human being. We was no fifth of a human being. We were chattel. But when it was time for you to get a bigger slice of the political pie, white man, when it was time for you not to let a larger group of white people than you be able to make decisions that would impact you adversely, then you wanted to give us 3/5 of the humanity that you denied all fifths of up to that point. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So you gave me a Bible. And after 300 years, you said, nigga, you can read the Bible. Well, why did you want me to read the Bible? 300 years, as the messenger said in New York City in 1961 at the Armory. Huh?
Yes, sir.
If you caught a slave reading, you kill him. Or at the very least beat him, right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
You didn't let us read your Bible. You didn't let us read anything. It was against the law for us to read. Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
Keep in mind, many, if not most, and most, if not all, of those in the highest places of making the laws were studying this book, the Holy Quran. Thomas Jefferson had one.
Sir, yes,
You
sir.
don't get more founding father than Thomas Jefferson.
That's right. That's right.
Cracker had a Quran.
Still got in this museum.
George Washington had one, I bet you.
Yes, he did.
He was a Mason.
Yes, he was.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
If you go to the seat of the American government, you will find all kinds of Islamic symbolism. Did anybody hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
And the reason you will find it is because this book, the Law of Islam, was used by the white man to establish his government. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Hello? You go to court and you sitting down, you chilling like a villain on penicillin, and then the judge walks in with his long robes on. And you hear somebody say, I don't know who says it, all rise. The bailiff? Okay. The bailiff says, all rise. Well, as you can see, Minister Eric ain't been in them courts too much. I've been there, but not too much. Let me knock on wood here. I'm joking. We're not superstitious. All rise, and then everybody has to stand up because the judge done walked in. What was that old show? Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
That would be Flip Wilson.
Flip Wilson?
Flip Wilson.
That's what I thought. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. All right, so the judge walks in, all rise, you got to stand up. And then it's the bailiff again who says, the Honorable so-and-so and so-and-so presiding. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Then when he sits, you got permission to sit down. Right or wrong?
That's correct.
Many, if not most, if not all, of those judges are Masons. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Many of the lawyers that come before those judges are Masons. And they be flashing signs. Are you listening to me? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they flash them signs like they Crips and Bloods or folk, whatever, then there's a certain working relationship that goes on with respect to whatever the case is. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at the very core of the white man's legal system, you have the Holy Quran. The point that I'm making is these legislators made it illegal for us to read with a Quran that the first words of were read. Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
Imagine that. You're Thomas Jefferson, you have a Holy Quran, and the first verse of the Holy Quran is read. And you're presiding over a system of so-called justice that makes it illegal for us to read. Isn't that a damn shame?
Sinister, diabolical.
But after you could no longer hold us, the political price was too great. The military price that you paid was too devastating. You could not continue the system of chattel slavery. Not you woke up morally. See, the white man wants us us to believe that he had some sort of moral awakening that made him realize that slavery was something that should remain in the past. But in these modern times, slavery doesn't fit. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So the white man morally awakened and opposed slavery. Y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
But wait a minute. That's not what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
There was international pressure
Mm-hmm.
being imposed on white America to abolish slavery. Are y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
There was domestic pressure like you wouldn't believe on white America to abolish slavery. There were certain Christians, Quakers. Y'all following me?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
The Quakers were abolitionists forever. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And several, if not many, of the Quakers, as part of their movement, sent representatives to Congress. Who's listening this afternoon?
I am.
Well, that's good. Because Master Farad Muhammad would have climbed a mountain 40 miles high to teach just you.
Come on.
Do it.
All right. So you had representatives in Congress who were of a Quaker bent. They were abolitionists. Now, we're not talking about First Baptist now. They was all for slavery.
Amish?
Huh?
You were talking like Amish?
I don't know if the Amish were,
Quakers or not?
but definitely the Quakers.
Okay.
Absolutely the Quakers. Frederick Douglass, he was hooked up with them. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So the Quaker movement was against slavery. Okay. You had various congressional representatives of that bent of mind who were putting great pressure on Abraham Lincoln. In fact, they put so much pressure on Lincoln. I forget what number, the 18th Congress, the 20th Congress, or whatever the Congress were. I keep forgetting the number. But whatever that Congress was, when Abraham Lincoln was president, they passed a law called the Confiscation Act. I think the Slave Confiscation Act, whatever. But it was a Confiscation Act. That act literally, as far as law is concerned, freed the slaves. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
What did I say? Congress. Damn the president. The hell with the judicial branch of government. You got three different branches of government. You have the executive branch. That would be the president. You have the legislative branch. That would be Congress and the Senate. All right? Then you have the judicial branch. That would be the court system. The hell with the executive branch. The executive branch, Lincoln, was saying, if I could preserve the Union by keeping slavery, I would do it. Did y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
White man won't give us Lincoln as a hero. Before the Civil War broke out, Lincoln, in order to stop this war from breaking out, Lincoln, in order to stop the Southern secessionist movement from even getting any traction, said, listen, I'm not going to do anything to end slavery. Stop it already. Lincoln told the white man in the South, switch to decaf. I mean, he didn't use those exact words, but that's basically what he was telling these redneck idiots in the South. Switch to decaf. I have no intention of passing any laws that would end slavery. So will you please just stay part of the country? Don't try to break away because you think we're gonna end slavery. I'm telling you. Lincoln thought he was Minister Eric. Lincoln said to the crackers in the South, on my mother's grave, on my daughter's life, I'm not going to pass any laws to do away with slavery. Trust me. But these crackers in the South was like, hell no, we ain't going for that. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
The point that I'm making is Abraham Lincoln was no friend of the black man. The additional point that I'm making is the executive branch had nothing to do with trying to free us from slavery. The judicial branch is the Supreme Court part of the judicial branch? Okay. The judicial branch of government is the one, in particular, the Supreme Court, no higher court, that said a black man has no rights that a white man is bound to respect. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
The Dred Scott decision, if I remember correctly. The Dred Scott decision. A black man has no rights, and do you know that Dred Scott decision involves slavery, right?
Yeah.
A black man who was supposed to be given the rights of freedom was denied on the basis of, keep in mind, the actual law. Games people play.
Yeah.
The actual law had a loophole in it that made this particular slave justifiably free. By law, he was supposed to be recognized as free. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
By law, as an ordinary citizen, you can't chase Cyrus and shoot him in the back and kill him. Games people play, right?
Yeah.
But the games white people play today, they was playing yesterday. So even though this black man had the white man right where he wanted him, the Supreme Court said, no, a black man has no rights. Meaning, look, this black man, by law, is rightfully free. But because he's black, though he has that right, a white man is not bound to respect that right. Meaning what? A black man can't sue a white man for the rights that belong to the white man. Are you listening to me? Y'all right?
Yes,
A black man does not have the right to sue a white man for the rights of a white man. Hello? That's insane. But white folks, when have white folks not been crazy? White man ain't never had no damn sense. So again, listen to the words. See, I'm in my Gerard X shoes right now. Why would you even say a black man has no rights that the white man is bound to respect? Why would you say that?
Go ahead. Good question.
Because a black man does have rights. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
You are saying the black man does have rights. You're not saying he doesn't have rights. You are saying the white man doesn't have to respect those rights.
Come on. See.
Because he's black.
Yep.
See.
So I love when niggas say, I know my rights. The white man know your rights too, nigga. He gave them to you. How the hell you telling a white man that gave you rights, you know your rights? Well, the white man also knows that you seem not to get. He is not bound to respect your rights. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Why else, in addition to what I just said, would the Supreme Court have to decide that a black man has no rights that a white man is bound to respect? Why else? Because in addition to the fact that he has rights, you want to settle the issue once and for all so that you don't have all these cases coming before courts. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you establish that Dred Scott decision as the law of the land,
Yes, sir.
you have said to the black man, don't even waste your time.
Don't come to my court. Don't come to my court.
Because if you don't make that decision the law of the land, you're going to have a slew of litigations coming before your courts because niggas got rights. 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Various other laws that I can't think of right now. So this problem of relegating the black man to ninth-class citizenship, neo, meaning new, neo-slavery. We got to keep the black man in the place that we have always designated our niggas to be. But now we have to do so in spite of the fact of the new legislation that has been passed. The abolition of slavery, the amendments to the Constitution, and various other legislations. So we have to navigate our way through all of that and keep the niggas in their place. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Abraham Lincoln made it crystal clear. He never wanted to see the black man in America be able to sit on juries. He never wanted the black man in America to be able to sue in court the white man. See Dred Scott and Abe Lincoln coming together? That's why the Supreme Court got to settle it. Abraham Lincoln just talking about what he never want to see. Well, Abe, what you never want to see ain't legislation. The government ain't run, Mr. Lincoln, by what you never want to see. But it is run by Supreme Court decisions. Not only Supreme Court decisions, but Supreme Court decisions are partially how this government is run. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the Supreme Court made a decision that became the law of the land. Formally, it's always been the law of the land, but it was made formal now. Now it's on paper. They made a decision that made Abraham Lincoln's vision a codified law. Codified meaning it's on paper, it's written. It's, you know, it's written. You know how they say written in stone?
Yes.
Okay. It was an IOU. You know how, you know what an IOU is, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Except when it comes to niggas, the white man's IOUs are followed by an N. It's IOUN. I owe you nothing.
Yep.
Talk black to me. And you know English lesson C1 says we like the devil because he gives us nothing.
Right.
The white man's IOUNs are what makes us love him. He gives us nothing. And we love him for it. Talk black to me. Okay. Now we're talking about this decision. Now let's go back to the Congress. The legislative branch, the executive branch, Mr. Lincoln is like, listen, my Southern cracker, I promise you, I'm not going to pursue anything that would take away your slaves. So please, don't secede. Crackers like, middle fingers, we out. Crackers, deuces, aid, we out. Okay? A war ensues. Because these idiots attacked Fort Sumter. Where? South Carolina. And I tell you, these South Carolina crackers are stupid. The Georgia white man didn't attack the Union. The Virginia white man didn't attack the Union. The Texas, Alabama, Louisiana, they didn't attack. These South Carolina crackers strapped up and went in on Fort Sumter. Now you got the Civil War, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Congress is like, look, us Quaker crackers, you know, us Quaker Oaks, us Quaker Oaks devils, these cereal crackers. It was Quakers. The Quakers is like, listen, we've been telling you fools to abolish slavery, but now look, told you, right or wrong.
Yes, sir.
Now we got this war. So Abraham Lincoln, being his usual vacillating self, thumbs up his you know what, making a mess out of everything. Congress is like, look, we got to take action. Just like Congress is at least faking like they got to take action against Trump today. Trump got his thumbs up his rectum. He don't know what the hell he wants to or is gonna do. He does know what he wants to do. He wants to nuke Iran. He literally wants to use nuclear weapons against Iran. This is how crazy this cracker is. So I'm lying again. He does know what he wants to do, but he don't know what to do. His usual vacillating self. 1 minute he's here, 1 minute he's there, the other minute he's there, right?
Yes, sir.
So Congress is at least trying to act like they are going to be an example of the decisiveness that Trump lacks. So they passed something recently, or a resolution, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That so-called forces Trump, before he can go back to war with Iran, he's got to come to Congress for a declaration of war. War Powers Act. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Congress has a history, as you can see, when a president is making a fool of himself with respect to a war, Congress comes in and passes legislation to solve the issue. That's what the Congress did when Abraham Lincoln was president. They passed the Slave Confiscation Act. I think that's what it was called. But I am having a senior moment. I have a whole lot of them these days. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. It was interesting. What it did is it crippled, at least in theory, but also in practice now, it crippled the South's war effort.
Right.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
If a slave escaped and got behind Union lines,
Yes, sir.
Nah.
the law was, they free now.
Yep.
They were called contraband.
Yeah.
Talk back to me. Like Brother Gerard had said, the Slave Confiscation Act made slaves contraband. They were no longer property. Now they're contraband. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
It was a crippling blow to the war effort of the South. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Abraham Lincoln stopped it from going into force. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, sir.
Guess how Abraham Lincoln stopped the Confiscation Act from literally freeing the slaves? He issued the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You know how sometimes a law is pushed forward and then the opponents of that law come up with something to stay or an injunction that stops that law from being,
Yes, sir.
you know,
Going into effect.
employed,
Going into effect.
right?
Yes, sir.
So in New Orleans, a black man recently who had been imprisoned, I don't know whether justly or unjustly, who is the democratically elected representative of his constituency. The white man didn't want him to win the election. He won the election by a landslide. I put it on the Salon newspaper page.
Go ahead.
Won the election by a landslide. So the white man of New Orleans passed some kind of law, injunction, whatever, I don't know what to call it, don't give a damn, to eliminate the position.
Gang. It's a dirty gang.
Why? Because Dred Scott still lives. The black electorate that put him in office has no rights. What right? The right to vote. Voting rights.
Come on.
Has no rights that a white man is bound to respect.
Come on.
In America, you are supposed to have the right to choose those who govern you. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
It's government of the people, by the people, for the people, except black people.
Come on.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Make it plain.
So blacks in this particular area of New Orleans got together and said, we want this man to represent us in government. It's of us, it's by us, and it's for us. He's of us, he's by us, and he's for us. Ding, 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 ding. He's the winner, right?
Yes, sir.
White man was like, just a moment. I got two words for you. The first word is dread. And the second word is Scott. And I'll throw you a bonus word in there,
Oh, Lord.
decision. You don't have no rights, including voting rights, that we as whites are bound to respect.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
See,
The same day I posted that story on the Salam newspaper page, I forgot what the other story is, but it's another story of how the white men, oh, I know. It's the story of how they recently did something that pulled some of the guts out of the Voting Rights Act.
Mm.
It probably has something to do with drawing
The
districts.
maps. Yes.
The electoral map.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they did something that will stop whites from drawing legislative maps, all right, creating districts where blacks have voting power. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or something in that area.
Or high population of blacks.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At the end of the day,
They trying to stop.
whatever they did involves disenfranchising niggas,
Yes, sir.
see,
Yes, sir.
which is, I don't know if I should use this word in this context. I'm not an English major, which is an oxymoron. Because niggas ain't never been enfranchised in the first place. You can't disenfranchise niggas. We've never been enfranchised.
Mm.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
Before you talk to Eric Muhammad about voter registration, let's talk about voter education. Niggas think we got the right to vote in the 1960s. Wrong. Do you know we first got the right to vote in Massachusetts in the 1700s? I'm not talking about us all over the country now. Don't get it twisted. The first niggas that I know of that got the right to vote were in Massachusetts in the late 1700s.
see,
You know who a principal advocate and fighter for that right was? Prince Hall. Y'all Masons listening?
see,
Prince Hall was involved with getting blacks the right to vote in Massachusetts in the late 1700s. Look it up whenever you want to, all right?
yes, sir.
So that what I'm trying to say can be properly clothed in the actual facts. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
But I remember reading about him being involved in that and niggas getting the ability to vote.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So if you're not educated to the fact that I just dropped on you, what are you registering for? See, you believe in voter registration, but you ain't got no voter education.
Okay.
You didn't know what 3/5 of a human being was about
Okay.
until I just told you. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
And the black Christian preachers and other civil rights advocates that's always talking that vote garbage, Roland Martin. And that whole crew of voting rights Negroes. They didn't tell you this. I don't know if they even know it, but if they do, they didn't tell you. Right or wrong?
That's right.
They always are just telling you register, register to vote, register, register to vote, register, register to vote. Registration, 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 but never education. See, when you get enough education, you don't give a damn about registration. You won't even register to vote until and unless you have something to vote for. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches his followers. I didn't say taught his followers.
Yes.
I said teaches his followers.
Go ahead.
Is this book here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As long as this book is available to read, Elijah Muhammad is still teaching.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dead or alive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All praises to Allah for the person of Elijah Muhammad.
That's right. That's right.
As long as men and women like us as men and those as women who are helping, as long as we are still doing this, he is still teaching.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us not to get involved in the white man's crooked and corrupt politics, except on very limited occasions, right?
Yes.
He said what we need is a Muslim politician. He said when we have a black politician who doesn't fear the white man and is fearless enough to really challenge the white man for what belongs to the black man, we should unite and support that black man. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
But what we really need is a Muslim politician, right?
That's right.
That doesn't mean we start running for office. Wallace did that. And now his protege, Farrakhan, is involved in some of that. Y'all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We don't want Muslim politicians in the white man's crooked and corrupt political system unless, it's absolutely necessary. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
See, he also said, put the Muslim program to Congress.
For Congress. That's right.
Put the Muslim program to Congress. Put the Muslim program to Congress. One of the reasons Cyrus is dead and there has been no justice in the courts for his murder is because we keep putting the Christian program to Congress. The Christian program, talking about black Christians, the Christian program is a program of integration and civil rights. It is a program of integration and civil rights. But the Muslim program is a program of separation and independence as a nation. So when we say we need a Muslim politician, that is not a statement that is to be separated or made totally out of the context of the other statement, put the Muslim program to Congress. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
See, a Muslim politician is going to push the Muslim program politically. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So Muslim politicians might possibly be able to get what is called a referendum on the ballot of a particular election. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
This is what you need a Muslim politician to do. Now that's a big political, what word am I looking for? A big political move. A referendum where blacks all over America, remember, the Muslim program says we want the freedom of blacks to be able to decide. I'm going to read it to you. Which means I'm going to put these glasses on. Because if I don't put these glasses on, I ain't going to read nothing. Tell you that right now. We want every black man and woman How many black men and women do we not want? We want every one of them.
Every last
The ones in jail. The ones out of jail.
one. One's dead, one not dead.
The ones stupid. The ones smart. We want every black man and woman
Go ahead.
to have the freedom to accept or reject being separated from the slave master's children and establish a land of their own. Well, those are some nice sounding words, dear Holy Apostle, but how could that be actually, like, you can read that, okay, but now how we gonna make that happen? What would be the context in which every black man and woman would have the freedom to accept or reject? Accept it by how? By doing what? Reject it by doing referendum. A national referendum. Where blacks in every one of these 50 states of America get to vote for or against being separated from America to establish a land of our own. Muslim politicians might be successful in getting such a referendum on a ballot. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Abraham Lincoln's mentor was a cracker by the name of Henry Clay. I don't know if he was a senator or a congressman. I think he was a senator. Henry Clay. Henry Clay was involved in, I don't know if I want to call it a movement, but he was involved with what the white man set up called the American Colonization Society. Henry Clay supported the work of the American Colonization Society, and they had chapters in different states. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
And what the American Colonization Society was about was sending blacks out of America back to Africa, in particular Liberia, sending us back to Africa to establish a colony of America. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
In other words, separation. Okay. Abraham Lincoln believed in the work of the American Colonization Society. Abraham Lincoln actually was able to get Congress to move on resettling black people outside of America. But the will of the American people was not strong enough to actually do what it would take to bring about the complete separation of us in a state or territory of our own. White folk didn't want to put forth the necessary effort, and more than the necessary effort, they didn't want to spend the necessary money. See, that was going to tap into the budget. White folks don't like budgetary expenses for niggas. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Also, the white man and woman is a two-legged dog, and niggas are their bones. He's a dog with a bone. He may not want to eat it right now, but he don't want that bone to be taken away from him. The white man does not want his niggas taken from him. He wants us to always be close enough for him to kick us, spit on us, piss on us, ish on us, mistreat us, use us. He needs us as his punching bag. He needs niggas to mistreat to make him feel superior.
Yes, sir.
He never wants us to go from him. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
The messenger also said that the white man is afraid that if we separate from him, our God will come and kill him. Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
So again, Abraham Lincoln wanted to stop the law that Congress passed from actually freeing us. So when he issued the Emancipation Proclamation, it was like it served as an injunction to keep that Confiscation Act from doing what it was designed by Congress to do. It forced Abraham Lincoln to make a decision. Y'all listen to me?
Yes, sir.
So, this is why when he passed it, the Emancipation Proclamation was only good where it couldn't be used. How can I put this? The Emancipation Proclamation was only good in the areas of the United States where the white man was trying to separate from the United States and was not going to respect it. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
In the North, listen to me, in the North, along the border states, the Emancipation Proclamation didn't work. It wasn't even designed for it. In other words, Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation was issued in such a way where behind Union lines, slavery was still okay. It was literally targeted for behind Confederate lines where it wouldn't make no damn difference anyway. Abraham Lincoln could have freed slaves behind Union lines. He didn't. But he issued an Emancipation Proclamation that was targeted for behind Confederate lines where no slaves was going to be freed any damn way. Nobody is respecting that. But his whole purpose was to block the congressional act that actually did free slaves. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So the executive branch, pardon me for being so long, the executive branch couldn't deal with that, right?
Yes, sir.
Abraham Lincoln wasn't about freeing no black folks, okay? One of Abraham Lincoln's favorite entertainments was minstrel shows. Abraham Lincoln used the word nigger just as much as Minister Eric. I'm not lying. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Then you had the judicial branch, Dred Scott decision. So all that left you was what? The legislative branch, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I just told you what the legislative branch attempted to do.
Yes, sir.
The executive branch blocked that. The judicial branch just nixed it, right? The judicial branch is like, look, niggas ain't got no rights. White folks got to respect. Legislative branch said, well, let me block the legislative branch from freeing our niggas. Because there are 4.5 million blacks that are enslaved. 500,000 blacks, 500,000 blacks that are free. And the 500,000 blacks, we got all kinds of black laws that we have passed. We got all kinds of legislation that is designed even for the free blacks in America to be just a half step above slave. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
going? No, I didn't press it. I don't think I pressed it. All right. Now, listen now. Down on being the most, it's back up?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the camera
Yeah.
still going or it's still out?
Now the camera got a picture, no.
Camera got a picture.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, it's probably gonna go out though. Because it'll keep a picture unless the record button is pressed.
It reconnected, now it's trying to connect again.
Okay, well, we just gonna keep teaching. And whoever gets it, and whoever doesn't, doesn't. All right. The Christian program is integration, civil rights. The Muslim program, separation, independence. Okay? 4.5 million black people, slaves. Half of 1 million black people, free. And the American government has all that it can do to legislate the racial oppression of the free blacks to the point where they're just a half step above slavery. The free black population was seen as a problem because the 4.5 million slave blacks looked at the free blacks as a goal to achieve. So they wanted to get the free blacks more than the enslaved blacks out of the country. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
They targeted the free blacks more than the slaves for resettlement. So that the slaves don't have no niggas to look at and say, that's what I want to be like. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Also, the reason you want the free blacks out of the way is because the free blacks are reading, they're educated, they're employed. You understand? Some of them got some dough, got some businesses. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And they're using the white man's economic, social, and political system to fight for more rights for them, but at the same time fighting for abolition. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
They're teaming up with whites who are abolitionists to fight the whites in the system, to destroy the system of slavery. So let's get them niggas up out of here. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. When the abolition of slavery could be seen over the horizon, no way to avoid it. That's when the decision was made, well, if we gotta free these niggas, we gotta resettle them. We gotta get them out of here. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Because we don't want them to ever be equal with us. If we can't keep them as slaves, then we gotta get rid of them altogether. Because we're not going to mainstream them and make them equal with us. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So the American Colonization Society was involved with manumitting slaves and sending them to Liberia. Talk black to me. One of the families, a Georgia family of slaves that was manumitted and sent to Liberia was a family named Tubman. You heard me, Tubman. I don't know if they was related to Harriet or not, but the name was Tubman. And one of their descendants became the president of Liberia. Yeah, that president of Liberia, named Tubman, His ancestors were slaves in Georgia. Talk back to me.
Yeah.
So you have the Christian program of integration and civil rights. You have the Muslim program of separation and independence as a nation. So what we need is a Muslim politician who will fight for our freedom. And the reason I brought up the American Colonization Society is the big move is a national referendum. But you got little moves, like whatever legislation would need to be passed in order for a society like the American Colonization Society to do its work legally. See what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So there was an American Colonization Society, if I remember, in Maryland. So if it ain't no national representative or a referendum, then if you're in the state of Maryland and you have the right to vote, then you could vote for whatever legislation is necessary to support the work of the Maryland chapter of the American Colonization Society, because at the end of the day, though you don't have a national representative or referendum, pardon me, at least on the local level, and all politics are local, you are actually freeing blacks from slavery and sending them back home to be free in a separate territory of their own, right?
Yes, sir.
So to hell with registration, we need education.
Yes, sir.
Because if we're educated, we ain't interested in registration unless you have something local like the American Colonization Society or something national like a referendum to separate from the white man altogether.
Yes, sir.
Make sense?
Clear as
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Dred Scott decision. The black man has no rights in America that the white man is bound to respect. So we are calling not for violence, parents of Brother Cyrus. We're not calling for violence. We're calling for separation. We're calling for independence. This is what we're saying, family of slain blacks and the denialers. Damn that civil case that you filed. I'm not saying don't file it, because freedom ain't free. You definitely gonna need some loot. So get that paper if you can. Don't get it twisted now. But this is what you should call for. Not peaceful nonviolence. Damn that. When that bastard shot your son, he called for violence. And whoever wants to answer that call, let them answer. Don't you tell them not to answer. Let them make their choice. We are going to give them the choice of not being violent. This is the choice that we are going to add to the two choices of tear up South Carolina or be peaceful and nonviolent and hope y'all get a check. Well, there's a third choice. This is the third choice. We want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves. Y'all call them foundational Black Americans today. To be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to provide such land, and that the area must be fertile and minerally rich. We don't want no swamp land, desert land, land that don't grow no damn crops, land that ain't got no minerals. Talk back to me.
Full of poison. We don't want no poisonous land.
Some place that you done dump chemicals and all of that crap, and we gonna get cancer. Can you imagine that? Them be trying to give us the Nevada desert, where they've been testing nuclear weapons. Where all you gotta do is think about going there and you get cancer. Hell no. We believe that our former slave masters are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years. If 20 years is enough, that's fine. You can skip the other 5 years. But if 20 years ain't enough, we need another 5 years. If 25 years ain't enough, the messenger said, come kill us.
That's right.
He straight up said that. That if we can't maintain ourselves after 25 years of being free, white man should come and kill us all. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality. Cyrus, Koreans. George Floyd, Derek, what's his name? What? Chauvin, Derek Chauvin. Eric Garner, Daniel Pantaleo. Mike Brown, Darren Walker. I don't forget the cop's name. Bottom line is, we are not getting along with the white man in peace. They keep killing us. They're gutting the Voter Rights Act. They're killing us in the damn streets. Right or wrong?
That's
Right.
They're doing everything they can to make our lives miserable. We cannot get along with them in peace or equality because we got no rights the white man is bound to respect. Well, the messenger is saying, well, since that is the case, after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced.
Right.
They didn't just hang us from trees. Do you know they would actually burn us at those same trees?
Yep.
Talk back to me.
That's right.
Tie us to the tree, pile leaves around us, douse the leaves in gasoline, set the leaves on fire, burning us alive. Hello?
That's right.
They would lynch us. We think lynching was just, okay, tie a rope around a nigga, then hang him until he died. No. They'd hang us and then fire so many bullets into us. We might have only weighed 150 pounds when they hung us up, but after they got finished shooting into our body, we could have been 300 pounds. Are y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
They would lynch us and also castrate us.
There you go.
Cut off different pieces of us as a souvenir to the lynching. The messenger said that when he was here in Georgia, some white man rolled up on him and had a piece of a black man's ear and showed it to him to make the messenger scared of him. He wasn't the messenger at the time. He wasn't Elijah Muhammad yet. He was Elijah Poole. He didn't know nothing about no Islam. He just a black man in rural Georgia, and some redneck cracker got the ear of a black man they killed in his possession, gonna show it to the messenger to let the messenger know this could be you too. So don't get sporty. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
He said his grandmother told him so many stories about slavery. He said his father just missed slavery by 1 year. 1 year. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Which means that his grandmother was a slave. He said that she told him so many stories about the treatment of black people during her time that he and her both would just sit there and cry. Y'all listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He said his grandmother, her father was a white man. Now you do realize this white man didn't fall in love with her
Oh,
mother
yeah, exactly.
and get married and raise no family, right?
Exactly.
That's not the way it was in those days.
No.
That means that
Against her will.
his grandmother's mother, his great-grandmother, was just took by a white man. Talk black to me.
That's right.
That's right.
Got her pregnant, produced his grandmother. And he said, and she looked it like she was the daughter of a white man. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Even he himself looked like he was the great-grandson of a white man. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
All right now. Keeping it real. We believe since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood and receiving in return some of the worst treatment human beings have ever experienced, we believe our contributions to this land and the suffering forced upon us by white America justifies our demand for complete separation in a state or territory of our own. This is what a Muslim politician would be pushing for in the political system. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So we're not saying, family of Brother Cyrus, because we are telling you don't call for peace and nonviolence. We're not saying call for violence. We're saying call for our people whose parents and grandparents were descendants of slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of our own, either here or elsewhere, and that the white man is obligated to provide us such land, and that it's got to be fertile and minerally rich, and that they got to supply and maintain our needs for 20 to 25 years until we can do so for ourselves. Why? Because since we can't get along with these damn devils, Cyrus's death proves that. Since we can't get along with you, after giving you, not can't get along with you after just first dealing with you, but after 400 years of giving you our sweat, our blood, and not receiving anything in return for it, but some of the worst treatment human beings have ever, lynching, burning, castration, rape, murder, you name it, then we believe that we're justified to say, you go your way, we will go ours. We don't want you to govern us anymore. Remember, black man has no right, white man bound to respect, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In your Declaration of Independence, you said, when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to cut the ties that bind them to another people. I'm doing the best I can here. Then it's only right that they state their case for people of sound mind to examine that case, to look at the validity or non-validity of what they're saying. Then he goes on further to say that because that we recognize that all men are created equal and are endowed by God, meaning their creator, with certain inalienable what? Rights. And that among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Dred Scott decision. This was after the Declaration of Independence. You said all men are created equal. You said all men are endowed by their creator with certain rights that are not alienable. You can't mess with those. God gave those. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Then you, after saying that, in 1776, you come with some Dred Scott-ish later on in the 1800s, right?
Yes, sir.
Talking about we have no rights. That means your laws, but it also means the inalienable rights that our Creator has entitled us to. You don't have to respect those either. You ain't bound to respect the rights that God gives them. Damn. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Talk back to me. So you say that based on these rights that God give all men and we created equal, that for this reason, governments are established among men. And that with the consent of those who are governed, those governments are supposed to see to it that those rights are respected and kept, right? Then you say, but when it becomes evident that a government is hell-bent on denying those rights, that it is not only the duty but the obligation of that people to abolish that government and set up a government of their own. A government that will secure them the rights that this other government won't secure. So we are saying, based on your Declaration of Independence, we're saying in our Muslim program, point number 4, that we are justified to demand complete separation in a state or territory of our own. That's what we should be calling for. Not violence. That's the third choice. Now you can either tear stuff up, or you can peacefully, non-violently cry and moan and damn groan and picket and protest and waste your damn time. Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
Or you can do the intelligent and civilized thing. Separate from the white man. Establish your own land.
Yes, sir.
But don't bring the Christianity you got from the white man. Don't bring the names that you got from the white man. Don't bring the language that you got from the white man. Don't bring the God, the religion. Don't bring nothing that you got from the white man except yourself. Talk back to me.
Yes, sir.
Except your own God, Allah. Except your own religion, Islam. Accept your own names, the names of God, because you are all gods, according to Psalms, who are children of the Most High God.
Go ahead, that's right.
Talk black to me.
See,
Accept your own. Be yourself. What is your own self? A righteous Muslim.
go ahead.
Do for self. Do for self don't mean open no damn barber shop. Do for self don't mean open no damn supermarket. Do for self don't mean buy no damn farmland. Do for self don't mean open up no restaurant. Do for self means, in addition to taking those first baby steps, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Do for self ultimately means establish your own nation and government. What's the difference in self-determination and do for self? Ain't no difference. You're right, but what you're saying is, by what you said, there is no difference. Why do we think do for self only means open up some Muslim businesses? Do for self means establish a Muslim country. Talk black to me.
Where you can have Muslim businesses.
All the damn businesses is going to be Muslim. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir. It's all gonna be under that umbrella.
The messenger said we must qualify ourselves for self-government.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. So go ahead and open up some businesses. That's cool. Make your money. You got to eat. If the judgment happens tomorrow, you got to eat today. So do what you do. But don't get comfortable in having your Muslim business and forget that the goal is a Muslim government, a Muslim land, a Muslim country. Talk black to me. With a Muslim flag flying over that country, with Muslim laws governing that country. Muslims running it from top to bottom. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. There's much more that I would like to say, but today is an eat day. So I'm going to leave you now as I came before you, hoping you got something of what I had to say. In the greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable